Hi students, how are you? All are fine? Yes, welcome back to our economics class, Money and Credit. Today, we are going to discuss about the loan activities of the banks. Students, what do the banks do with the deposits which they accept from the public? Banks use the major portion of the deposits to extend loans. There is a huge demand for the loans for various economic activities. Banks make use of these deposits to meet loan requirements of the people. In this way, banks mediate between those who have surplus funds and those who are in need of these funds. Banks charge a higher interest rate on loans than what they offer on deposits. The difference between what is charged from borrowers and what is paid to depositor is their main source of income. Two different credit situations. Credit refers to an agreement in which the lender supplies the borrower with money, goods or services in return for the promise of future payment. Let's take an example how the loan will be useful people in different ways. During a festival season, shoe manufacturer Selim has received an order for 3,000 pairs of shoes to be delivered in a month. To complete the production on time, Selim has to hire a few more workers and to purchase raw materials. To meet these expenses, first of all, Selim approaches the leather supplier to supply leather now and promise to pay him later. Second, he obtains loan in cash from the trader as advance payment for 1,000 pairs of shoes with a promise to deliver the whole order by the end of the month. At the end of the month, Selim is able to deliver a order and make a good profit and repay the money that he borrowed. Credit therefore plays a vital and positive role in this situation. Now moving on the second example. A small farmer named Sopna. She grows groundnuts on her 3 acres of land. She takes a loan from the moneylender to meet the expenses of cultivation. Unfortunately, the crop is hit by pests and the crops falls. Though Sopna sprays his crops with expensive pesticides. It makes little difference, but she is unable to repay the money lender and the debt grows over the year in a large amount. Next year, Sopna takes a fresh loan for cultivation. It is a normal cross, but the earnings are not enough to cover the old loan. So, she is caught in debt. She has to sell a part of the land to pay off the debt. This is an example of what is commonly called debt trap. Students, what is debt trap? Debt trap refers to that situation in which borrower finds it very difficult to repay the loan. In this situation, borrower has to raise a new loan for the payment of all the loan. I repeat, debt trap refers to that situation in which borrower finds it very difficult to repay the loan. In this situation, borrower has to raise a new loan for the payment of old loan. The terms of credit. What are terms of credit? The word terms means conditions which are laid the credit is given. Credit means giving a loan amount to the bank. Banks giving a loan amount to follow certain rules and regulations is called terms of credit. When we take any loan from the bank first of all verify what does he do. Then they move on to verify his household address and assets. After they are checked, they issued loan on the basis of salary or assets. But before sanctioning the loan, they make an agreement between the person who is borrowing and the bank. The certain assets are attached for the security of the money which is given by the bank. That attached to the bank are called as collateral assets. Collateral is an asset that the borrower owns, such as land, buildings, vehicles, livestock, deposits with banks, and uses this as a guarantee to a lender until the loan is repaid. If the borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender has the right to sell the assets or collateral to obtain payment. Interest rate, collateral and documentation requirement, and the mode of repayment together comprise what is called the terms of credit. I repeat, interest rate, collateral and documentation requirement, and the mode of repayment together comprise what is called the terms of credit. Thank you, children. Let's continue next class.